The Naledi Guest Farm puts the focus on sustainable living. Sourcing fresh produce from their organic vegetable garden, they transform meals into delicious harvest table experiences. Their humble origins have grown into a natural lifestyle that they love to share.
Naledi's farm here in Centurion began as a children's book written by Manti Maifadi that inspired her to buy this land as a place for natural healing through interaction with the land.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your beautiful farm. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself and how you found yourself here?
This is our family home. There's a husband. My husband is at work. We have 3 children. 2 at varsity, 1 is in high school, but this is where we gather at the end of the day. But we've also opened up this home of ours to guests. We have a farm restaurant that opens on Saturdays and Sundays, strictly by booking. There we take food from our garden. So the menu is always something new. You know, we announce the menu like 2 days before, and it depends on what's in season and what's most delicious in our garden.
Have you always been passionate about farming and sustainability?
When we moved here, one of the first things that we did while the renovations were taking place was to have a vegetable garden. I'm that kind of girl who cries if I have to go and buy tomatoes in the shops, because I know that from that packet of seeds, I can have tomatoes for myself, for my neighbors, and if I preserve the seeds, even tomatoes for the next coming generations.
There's so many different opportunities to enjoy Naledi Farm, but at its core, it's a family home. So when we do step onto the property, what can we experience and what do we see?
We've got beautiful lawns down there where we sometimes have picnics and jazz on the farm. We've got a lovely boma for camps. In December, we're going to be having a kids camp where children can sit around the fire, storytelling around the fire, singing.
The farm's main attraction is the harvest table, a celebration and thanksgiving to the land for a successful harvest with mouth-watering delicacies grown right here in their vegetable garden.
So this is our garden. This is where I spend most of my time. I call this my church.
From the vibrant colors in your garden to the fresh aromas, you've also been able to introduce the concept to me that is fairly new, companion planting.
You'll notice that we've got a lot of things going on. You've got color, you've got textures, you've got different smells, because that is what nature is like. Nature is not about monoculture, but it's about different things, different plants growing together, helping one another. Hence, we call this type of gardening companion planting. So this is wild garlic. You can smell it.
Oh, wow.
Excellent for pest control. So we don't use any pesticides here, no chemicals here. This is what I'm talking about when I say companion planting. So we have this whole ecosystem working together, plants, little insects, to create what we see here. Okay, we are now approaching winter. So most of our beds are bare. In fact, we are putting compost and manure just to enrich the soil so that it's ready for planting in spring. This is your salad leaves, but you can see that they're still small. They are hardy, excellent for winter. They grow right through the winter. We've got the wild garlic I was telling you about, evergreen, right through the year. We've got radish. We can go and pick some radish. It's also winter-loving plant. We've got some beetroot. I think we'll also pick some chives for the salad that we're going to make later on.
The options truly are endless when it comes to creating your own food within your own garden. Well, I can already hear my stomach grumbling, so let's go prepare the food.
Let's go to the kitchen.
Naledi Farm's foundation is rooted in Manti's love for cooking, her deep desire to bring people together and sharing a meal made from natural and sustainable ingredients.
Manti, this is the true definition of farm-to-table living. Everything looks so welcoming.
Beautiful, hey? Beautiful. And today we're making a sorghum salad.
I've actually never had a sorghum salad. What do we need to put it together?
We've got some sorghum. It's already boiled in a little bit of salt. We've got some cherry tomatoes. Believe you me, we still have cherry tomatoes this time of the year. Some cucumber. I'm gonna put in some chives, parsley, and this very special plant, speckboom. Gonna use some lemon for the dressing, some olive oil, salt and pepper to season. And that's it. Those are our ingredients.
Well, let's get to cooking. Putting together a sorghum salad, a lot of people, like myself, might not be familiar with some of the nutritional value of the ingredients. Can you tell me a little bit more about sorghum?
It is indigenous, that's number one. Anything indigenous is good for our bodies. Excellent source of fiber, minerals, vitamins, just excellent for your gut health.
I do believe it's also a very good antioxidant.
Exactly.
A priority here is for guests to rediscover an interest in the culinary and medicinal uses of our indigenous plants like speckworm, African cucumber, and more.
You've been able to truly put together an incredible restaurant here. What makes it so unique?
Well, one, we have fresh ingredients directly from the garden, and then we cook, it's home food, you know, that nostalgia, your grandmother's cooking, your mom's cooking, simple ingredients, not too many things, because the food must stand out.
This salad looks exactly that. It looks awesome. It's vibrant, it's flavorful, and the smells and aromas coming from your kitchen, immaculate. So let's get to the eating, my favorite part. I'm going to take the salad out to the table.
Central to running operations is Manti's life partner and co-owner of Naledi Farm, Samuel Maifadi. He shares in Manti's hunger to bring people together for teaching and healing.
Being able to put together something like the Naledi Farm can't be easy. It must come with some challenges. What were some of those challenges and how were you able to overcome them?
I think the biggest challenge is access to land. It doesn't come cheap. So it means really putting serious rands and cents together, but also finding a suitable piece of land was the big issue for us. We tried, we moved around looking for land that has got character, the land that can speak to this vision that we had. And after checking out a few pieces, it was when we came here to this particular one that I remember we stood on that stoop there, and the view that we saw, we were sold. We just thought to ourselves, this is the place, this is where the Naledi vision is going to unfold. We knew that this place was going to be a place that was going to host people. So we wanted that home away from home feel, so that as they come in, they don't feel like they are in a commercial enterprise per se. You know, that they feel, yeah, I'm home. This makes me miss my grandmother. This makes me miss home where I come from.
Family, I know I believe in a good supper and song, and that's exactly what you're all about. So can you serenade us with a little close? Shine! That was soothing, that was sweet, and oh so soulful. Coming from a sustainable family, this is what it's all about. Making memories over meals and making special moments off of eco-friendly produce.
What a wholesome experience. It is so beautiful to see a family that is able to create bonding time all while running a business.